All right, here we go with day 29. All right, I think I'm gonna stick with the theme of the last few videos is like where to start. Because I do talk about all the stuff, meditation, yoga, journaling, and all that stuff. So I've been doing it all for a while, so I'm a little more advanced than some people might be that are just getting started. So that's why I figured today I was going to do a little bit about journaling, like where to start and see where it goes. That was just kind of the idea is because many people might not understand what journaling really is because I really wasn't when I first started. I had no idea until my coach, made me like. I guess she did make me, but she encouraged me to start doing it every day, and now I've done it every day for 2.5 years. So every day I have to journal, and then I have to send it to her to make sure that she's my coach, so I got to send it to her so she can see it. So, and plus she likes reading it every day too. So it's kind of a win-win for both of us. We kind of feed off each other. I feel like we got really good rapport with each other. So, but anyway, let's see. So when I was kind of thinking, like to piggyback off of what I was saying yesterday. So write down some things about what you're grateful for, and it just helps you get off to a good day. Like being grateful for whatever, having a roof over your head, food on the table, just the little things in life that we should focus more on gratitude than on what we have and what we've already done, instead of worrying what we haven't done or what we don't have. Because the only way we're going to get to what we want to do and what we want to have is to focus on what we do have. Because if you're worried so much about what you don't have, then what you don't have will just keep showing up. As crazy as that sounds, like I was saying, the universe is a mirror. So if you keep putting that energy, if I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't feel this, I don't feel that, well, then the universe is going to keep giving you ways to not feel that and not have that. So when you focus on what you have, you're putting that good energy out there, and then you keep getting more of what you have. So, and if you want something more, my coach taught me to start writing it as if you already have it. Like you could write that as a question too. What am I looking to create? And for me, it's like I want to have impact. I have impact, not want to. Do not put want to. Right? I write it as it's already done. I am having impact on my subscribers. I am having my content has impact on people. Write it in the contents as if it's already done, because that's how you will create it, because there's a lot of power in the written word. And trust me, I didn't believe it when I first started doing it either. So I would always, when I started reading books way back in the day, I would not do the exercises at the end of them. And so one day someone told me like, "Oh, dude, that's where the best parts are." And, writing it down and like really going over it, you learn it more. And then I thought, oh, you know what? That's a good idea. And then I started doing that. I haven't done it lately because I've been watching more videos than books, and I've been doing all this stuff. But it is definitely writing things down, man. I'm telling you, it's changed my life. So you might not see the results, overnight, but if you keep doing it on a consistent basis, any little habit you create, you will see the results eventually. And you can't stop just because you don't see the results, because they're coming. They will come eventually. Trust me, I've been there. I've been there where some days I want to give up and I'm like, it's just not working. But then I remember that you got to keep going. Those are the days you just got to do it anyway. Even when you're not feeling your best, even when you don't see the results coming, even when you're frustrated because the results aren't coming. And trust me, I've been through all that the last 2.5 years. So it's a process. But the thing is it's gradually gotten better over time. But we live in a society where we're taught for instant gratification, and we kind of have to start getting over that. I mean, instant gratification's great. Everybody wants it. I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm sure you all heard the sayings too, that sometimes the best things in life come on the other side of something hard. Comes, best things in life take time. There's all those sayings, and they're right. You just got to keep going. like again, it's taken me a few years to get to this point to be comfortable enough to talk on these videos. And it's got, where I'm starting to get better and more comfortable with them every day. And I'm getting more comfortable sitting in this chair and doing it. But again, I wasn't comfortable before I got here and started doing it, but I kept putting the work in and putting the work in little by little. And then all of a sudden, this challenge came up. And now here I am almost done with it. And I feel like I'm not stopping just because the challenge is over. Now I feel more comfortable, more energized. I got the process going of how I'm going to do this. So, again, with everything, it all starts with some of these habits that, you just got to be willing to do them. And again, even when I first started, it was hard to do them every day. It was frustrating. Some days I didn't want to do it. I was like, oh, Jesus, I got to get these questions done before I go to work, but I did it anyway. And some days, if I was in a rush, I would just write down a little bit of things, like maybe two things I was grateful for, maybe what was my priority for that day? What was one thing I could learn for the day? And then at the end of the night, I would at least watch one video and then write down what I learned that day. So again, that's another thing too, is like challenge yourself to watch a video of an informational video and learn something every day. Yeah, and I still do that. I still watch at least one video every day of something that I can learn because it keeps the mind stimulated. And when you see other people's contents and other people's ideas, sometimes it sparks, well, sometimes most of the times it sparks ideas in myself. Like I see other people talking about stuff, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I can add to that. Any great person, anybody, any author, anybody, a lot of the times they get the material by the stuff they've read in life. They get the idea. You know, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, but my guess is the idea for the video game Frogger came because someone was driving down the road and saw the frogs trying to go across the street after it rained. And it's probably where it came from. So, like any little thing in this world can spark ideas. So, the more that you do something, the more that you create something, the more that you create these habits consistently and keep doing it and keep doing it. And all of a sudden, one day, boom, something happens, and you're like, wow, man, that person's lucky. And it's like, no, you didn't see for the last fucking, the last three, sorry about that, get a little excited, but the last 3 months, 3 years, they've been working at it every day and been pushing through, and then all of a sudden that breakthrough comes and all you see is the tip of the iceberg when all the work underneath that went into it is you don't get to see. Like Tony always says, Steph Curry shoots thousands and thousands. I think he shot maybe a million three-pointers in his life to make like 500 or 800 or whatever he's at. I forget where he's at. I haven't checked the stats lately. But so we only see what we get to see, and we don't see all the work that goes in behind the scenes and the consistency and the habits. So journaling is a good way to start because then at least you're doing one thing consistently every day. Write some things down. Write down what you're grateful for, one thing you want to do for the day. Even start writing your emotions down, how you're feeling with truth and stuff. No one has to see this journal, only you. Write down how you're feeling. I know that I got to get back to it because when I was writing down my emotions, like how I was feeling in this moment, excited, joyful, frustrated, depressed, like any of the feelings, but at least by voicing them, you get them out, and writing them down, you get them out of here. And when you get them out of here, then it leaves space for when everything's jumbled in your head, it's hard to think sometimes. When you write it out, at least you get it out of here. There's something magical about getting it out of here and writing it down here, and then just sitting with it. Because when there's too much stuff going on in your head, then you can't figure out the answers to what's going on because it's too clouded. And when you get it out, you leave space for the universe to bring in the new or the answers. The answers might not come overnight, but at least those feelings are out. And at least you're real. Sometimes when we don't express our feelings or write them down, we hold on to them. And by holding on to them, they just fester and get worse. By actually writing them out, it actually helps. So it helps release that and let it go and let you get it down on paper. So, that I recommend that every day, writing that too. So even if I think I did 5 questions. I mean, 3 to 5 is probably pretty good. What I'm grateful for is a good one. What's my top priority for a day? How I'm feeling for today. Uh, One thing I learned today. Those are like four good ones to start. Let's see if I got any other ones. What am I proud of today? Who are you grateful to have in your life and why? And what is one thing I can let go of tomorrow to improve my well-being? Those are some ideas for questions to do. And even if you want to start somewhere, just start with 3 to 5 of them. I'll go over them again. I got 10 of them here that I was looking up. It's what am I grateful for today? What are my top three priorities for today? If you only feel like doing one, that's cool too. What do I want to feel today, and what can I do to achieve this feeling? I would say, right, how are you feeling today? What is one thing I can do today to bring me closer to my goals? Even if you do one thing a day, like for me, if it's the videos, I'm going to start doing more here pretty soon. Uh, what challenged me today and how did I handle it? Yeah, reflect on some of the things because personal growth comes from practicing things in the moment, like responding instead of reacting. When someone triggers you, instead of reacting right away, take a breath, take a couple moments and then respond. It actually helps. Eckhart Tolle used to always say, when you're triggered, close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths and then respond instead of react. And then what did I learn today? What am I proud of today? Who am I grateful to have in my life and why? And what is one thing I can let go of tomorrow to improve my well-being? So just, obviously this is your own journey. There are no wrong answers, but I'm telling you, pick a few of those. Even if even if you only do 3 to 5, even if you only do three, it's good. It's just, if you got to start small, you got to start small. Just start somewhere, because again, just the starting process. Because when you start and you do something, it's one thing you didn't do yesterday, and then it's one thing you can keep doing and keep doing and keep doing. And then as you get to do it, then you'll start wanting to do other things. Then you're going to want to start doing more stuff. Then you're going to want to start doing, I do the meditation. I write, I journal right after the meditation, and then I do my questions, and then I do a little research to the last few videos, and then I kind of get on here and do what I got to do, and that's my process. And that was not my process 3 years ago. So it evolves. But if you don't start somewhere, then your process won't evolve into what it is. The best thing for me was to kind of piggyback off what everybody else was doing and then just kind of see where it goes and then just create that habit, man. Even when you don't want to do it anyway, because I'm telling you, you'll be happy. Every time I do something when my brain tells me that I don't want to do it, I do it anyway. When I was at Oakland University, I worked every Sunday, 11 to 8, and then I had to force myself to go to the library and get my stuff done. And I was there till sometimes 2, 3, 4 in the morning. But you know what? When I walked out of those stairs, even though I didn't want to stay there, I kept telling myself not to, just, oh, I'll finish it tomorrow or finish it later. And I just said, no, I got to do it now. Just take a break. Every time I walked down those stairs when I was done, I could have floated home because, I felt better than I did before. Everything we want lies on something that's, we don't want to do, or on the other side of something we don't want to do, or on the other side of a challenge when we have to push through and do it even when we don't want to. So again, I'm encouraging, if I can do it, I'm just a person, just like everybody else. But you just got to start somewhere and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And when you get knocked down, get back up and do it again. Just don't ever give up on yourself. You're the only one that can, walk and walk in your own journey. So hopefully that maybe this will inspire you to get a little motivation to get this done, because it's definitely something that's changed my life. So hopefully some of you'll take some inspiration from this too. Bye.